Yo, what's going on, guys? I know it's been a minute here, but in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to scale an Amazon FBA business completely hands off. So, without having to touch your own inventory, without having to source your own products. And this is basically exactly what I did. So, I'm going to be breaking that down step by step, who you need to hire, exactly what you need to do that. So, if you're new here, my name's Nick. And basically, my goal with this channel is to help you make your first $100,000 online. And no, that's not, by any means a guarantee of you making any income. This is just for educational purposes only. So, anyway, all right, so this is going to be broken down into two main categories here. So, what you need to know, and then what your main jobs are going to be when you're running this online business. So, basically, the first key thing you need to know is that Amazon is a volume game. So, I'm sure all of you are aware of Amazon. Amazon sells hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of products on the platform literally every single day. So, what you need to get through your head is that you want to have as many products in your storefront as possible. And you want to treat each one of these products as an individual asset that can generate you cash flow every single month. And that being said, to find these products, you're going to have to look through a lot of bad products to find the good ones. So when I say this is a volume game, it means if you come in here and expect to be able to look at maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 products and find winning products and make a lot of money, that's not going to be the case. Just setting the expectations that you're going to have to look through hundreds of products in some cases to find really good winning products that are going to make you a lot of money. So that's number one. And number two is learning that delegation isn't a luxury with this business or with any business really. It's something that is a necessity to scale this business. So I'm going to show you later in this video who I have on my team, exactly how I have my team structured, how they're compensated, all of that. But this is basically all you need to know for now. And your only job with this is number one, to set goals, and I'll get into that in a second. Number two, once you know how many profitable products you need to have in your storefront, you need to continue to add these winning products to your storefront to obviously make more money. That being said, you'll have to cut losers as well. So just because you find a winning product one month, you're going to have to keep finding new winning products every single month. Some products are good to sell for maybe 6 months at a time. Some only have a lifespan of 2 to 3 months. And this is because there's other competitors selling on the same products on Amazon. So each Amazon listing, even though it looks like on the consumer side, there's only one set price, there's actually a handful of third-party sellers like myself on the back end that are all fighting over the buy box or basically the sale. So the price is always fluctuating. There's going to be issues in some occasions with the supplier that you're buying it from. The price is going to fluctuate. So just because you get a product into your storefront doesn't mean it's always going to be good. So every month you'll have to add winners, cut losers, and then assuming you still have some winners from the previous months, you'll have to restock the winners, obviously, so you can make more product sales with that product. So when it comes to setting goals, basically all you need to know is how much money you want to make with this business, which seems pretty simple, right? So say someone comes to me, and this is like really the most important thing that I do if I have somebody I'm working one on one with, is I say, okay, how much money do you want to make? And they'd say something like, I don't know, I'm making $8,000 a month with my job right now. It'd be great if I could replace that income with this Amazon business. So that's great. We have $8,000 and we're going to use that as a reference point and then kind of reverse engineer that and work backwards and find how many products we need to add per month to do that. So you'll kind of learn these numbers as you go, but the most important thing is getting started and setting a bit of a baseline for yourself so you know on average how much profit per unit that you're making on average with these products and how many units per month you're selling through with these products as well. So let's just use a pretty like conservative standard number for this. Say on a average like good product that you find, this is like not just an average product, but like a winning product that you find. You can sell say 100 units per month, and say conservatively you can make obviously depending on how the product's priced and what you're getting it for, a decent profit per unit. So you're selling 100 units and you're doing $8 profit per unit. That's going to be basic math. We can do this. $800 profit just from that one listing that you're making. So if you know that on average you're making $800 profit per listing that you have, it's pretty basic math. We can determine that if you want to do, $8,000 per month profit, we'll have to divide that by how many listings you'll need, or your average profit per listing, which is 800, and that'll give you how many listings you need, which is 10. So we need to find and maintain 10 profitable listings on our storefront to be able to hit this goal. So how this is going to work is it's a very basic process we have here. So we're going to have to find the product, and I put this one in red because this is like the only thing that's really going to happen um, like online. Basically, all these other things are like literally like the product physically moving from location to location. So this is the first action that you or somebody on your team is going to have to take. You're going to have to find the product, and then the product is going to get ordered and shipped to a prep location. Now, most people get this confused and they think that they can buy the product and it's going to go directly to Amazon's fulfillment centers, but that's not the case. So the product, before it can go to Amazon's fulfillment centers, has to get labeled and prepped to get sent to the fulfillment center. So this means somebody, either you or somebody else, is going to have to receive this product and print out your unique barcode to put on this product. That way, when the product is shipped into Amazon's fulfillment center, they know exactly which one of their sellers the product came from, and you'll get credited with the sale because obviously Amazon has hundreds of thousands, I'm sure, third-party sellers on the platform. If you're just sending them products without them properly labeled, they're not going to know who it's coming from. Your products are going to get lost, and this is like what happens. Like, this is, I'm speaking from personal experience here. So you need to label your product with barcode every time. So you can either have these products shipped to your house, which I'll add some more sticky notes here. Let's see if I can. Either your house, and you'll have to literally receive these products, label them, and then ship them back out to Amazon. Or instead of the house, we'll make this one green. You can get what's called a prep center. So basically, this is what I have. And basically, all a prep center does is they will literally just receive your product. They'll add your unique label, so they'll have access to your Amazon account. Um, they'll print out the labels from your account. They'll add the listing to your storefront, label it, prep it, and then ship it into Amazon on your behalf. This is massive. So now that we understand, this process, it's going to get to Amazon's fulfillment center. It's going to take a few days to a week, depending on the time of year. If it's like Q4 around the holidays, Christmas, all of that, might take a little bit longer because there's more volume going through these warehouses. But in general, like a few days to a week or so is a pretty standard time for your products to get checked in. And then Amazon is going to not just receive the products at that one central fulfillment center that you send it to, because me, for example, I sent it into, I think, the Tennessee one because I'm in Atlanta. It's the closest one. So they'll receive it there. But I don't want my products just limited to people that are in this surrounding area. So they distribute it out to their network of fulfillment centers around the country, so they can get the product as fast as possible to the customers via Amazon Prime. So that's how that's going to work. Once those all settle in, they'll become eligible for sale. And then somebody can literally just go on the listing on Amazon, click on it, buy the product, and get a product in literally like a day or two via Amazon Prime. And I'm sure most of you, if you're watching this video, you've most likely bought something from Amazon. And it's as simple as that. That's how it works. Okay, so now that you understand kind of how this process works, from finding the product, ordering it, getting it prepped, getting it shipped to a fulfillment center, checked in, sold, all of that, we're going to go to actually finding a product. But before that, I want you to understand a little bit more about like how this listing process works. So we're not creating our own products. We're not creating our own listings. We're finding pre-existing listings that are already selling from name brand products, these large brands that have already built reputations. I'm just trying to look around and find like a random product I have laying around. Um, Shoot, I have this like Sony camera here. So like you can literally find a listing. Like, this is obviously pretty expensive, but um, you can find a listing for like a Sony product, for example, and then hop on that listing after you get approval from the brand to sell the product, and then just sell products on that listing. So we're not creating our own product. We're not creating our own listing. We're hopping on pre-existing listings and selling the product. So when it comes to finding the product, we will use, a series of filters and sourcing techniques to actually go ahead, find the product, and then if it looks good, we'll buy it, have it sent to the prep location, fulfillment center, customer, you get it. So what I do, you can either look through hundreds of listings per day by yourself, or what you can do is you can hire virtual assistants. VA stands for virtual assistants. So this is what I do. And personally, within my business, I have 3 different virtual assistants that each send me about 5 to 8 products per day that they think are winners. So rather than me just kind of aimlessly looking through hundreds of products on a daily basis, I have a team of virtual assistants that are based overseas, that I pay about probably $100 a week each. So it comes out to about like $1,200 a month total that I'm paying these people. And these people source products full time. And the reason I can pay them, that low of a salary is because they're overseas. A lot of them are in the Philippines, which obviously a dollar goes, much further over there than it does here in the U.S. And this is a very good, like, solid, livable wage for these people. So basically, you can pay them $400 to $600 per month to basically search and find these products for you. Now, obviously, before you get to do that, I'd make sure you're good enough yourself at finding these products so you can, first of all, identify what a good product looks like, but then also calculate here how this, VA is going to fit into your margins. So once you find a good VA, you'll be able to calculate basically how much profit they can produce for you on a weekly or monthly basis, just based on the products that they're sending to you. And then from there, you can calculate out if it's worth it or not. So basically, my workflow is I have these virtual assistants sending me, let's just say I get 20 products total from all three of them on a daily basis. I go through, pick the best, like 3 to 5, buy them. I send them straight to the prep center, and then this goes straight to the fulfillment center. So I'm not having to do any of this. The VAs find the products for me, and then it gets, I just buy the products, which takes me 30 minutes a day maybe just to analyze these and double check. They go straight to the prep center. All the products are prepped here. And my VAs update a spreadsheet telling the prep center exactly what's coming in, what's coming out. They send it off to Amazon's fulfillment center, and then Amazon handles it from there. They handle the customer service, shipping, handling. They store it at the fulfillment center until it's ordered, obviously. And then it gets to the customer. So instead of just doing it yourself, which in the beginning, I'd honestly encourage you to at least get a basic understanding of how to do it yourself. From there, you can hire VAs and then scale from there. And I really recommend doing a combination of both, doing some sourcing yourself, but also with VAs. I think that's really the best approach. And in terms of volume, a lot of people I work with, I've gotten on calls on some occasions, and they're like, "Hey, Nick, I've been looking for products for a week, and I can't really seem to find any profitable inventory to sell in my storefront." And the first question I'll say is, or the first thing I'll ask them is, "Okay, show me your seller ramp," which is like one of the main tools we use to analyze these products. So I'll have them pull up their seller ramp, and I'll go to their product history, and I'll look and say, "Okay, pull up your product history. How many listings does it say on there that you've looked at?" And they'll say something like, "Oh, I've looked at 60 listings." So I just want to get this through your head. You're going to have to look through hundreds of listings, especially when you first get started and you're not as good with recognizing what makes a good product and getting through these bad ones quicker. It's going to take some volume. So if I had to lay this out step by step for you, I'd say learn how to source yourself, do the first couple shipments yourself. Once you get a feel for how the process works, switch to a prep center. From there, you can get some VAs to help you find more products. So it'll go VA, you analyze, ship to prep center, check in to customer, and then that's pretty much it. So that's basically A to Z how I started this business, I operate it, and then I plan on scaling it. And if you wanted to find more products, you could just hire more VAs, find more product leads. And that's really the only thing that's stopping you is adding more products to your storefront. Because if you can assume that each product is going to make you a certain amount of money, it's just a matter of stacking these products and keeping them in stock on your storefronts. But that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys found this video valuable. If you did, you can check out more of my stuff below. I should have my Instagram down in the link in the caption. And I also run occasionally. I have these workshops that I run where I basically do a Q&A and kind of break down a little more in depth how to start, operate, and scale this business. So if the link is down there in the bio or the caption of this video, I'm probably running one this week. But if not, I will probably run one in the near future. So look out for that. Join me live. I'll break this down in more detail. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.